Over the years, I've been paid tens of thousands of dollars to consult for leading prop firms. And during my time consulting, I realized that we didn't share the same mission. Most prop firms are not committed to developing profitable traders. Most prop firms are only committed to making a quick buck. I knew I could do better, so I created my own prop firm, Telos Capital. In this video, I'm going to show you how, as a trader, you can navigate the world of prop firms to ensure that you use prop firms to your advantage so that you can achieve your trading goals. Now, there are two schools of thoughts when it comes to prop firm. Some traders who've maybe made a little bit of money from prop firms, gotten a payout, they have a very polarizing view that prop firms are very, very good and everybody should be trading with prop firms and they're free and easy money. And the other school of thought is maybe traders who haven't been successful passing prop firm challenges or spent a lot of money going through challenges to fail each of them. They have a perspective that prop firms are really bad and they're negative and evil and they're trying to rip traders off. But these two perspectives are incomplete. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. And the truth is all prop firms are a tool of leverage. They're neither good nor bad. They're just a tool we can leverage as traders. Just like if I had a hammer, I could go off and use that hammer to cause serious harm to someone, or I could use that hammer to go and build hospitals that are going to go off and help people. So is a hammer good or bad? Well, it's just a tool and we choose how to use it. It's no different with prop firms. Prop firms are neither good nor evil. They're a tool that as traders, we can use to leverage our proven processes to make more money. But some people are going to project their own emotional state onto the prop firm and say they're bad, or their own emotional state onto the prop firm and say it's good. But the truth is they're neither good nor bad. And if you're really polarized one way or the other, you should make yourself aware of the other side. Realize that there are some risks and drawbacks to prop firms. They're potentially unsustainable. Some of them potentially won't be around for so long. And there are also benefits if you have a perspective that they're bad, that you have the opportunity to get payouts, to make money, to then build personal accounts. You have access to other people's money, so you don't need to use your hard-earned cash to trade, but you can keep that safe. And it's a low barrier to entry. It's a low fee to get access to quite a bit of buying power and leverage. So prop firms are neither good nor bad, although traders are going to try and make them good and bad. Now, there are really 4 rules that you need to follow to ensure that you get the most out of prop firm. And you can consistently pool 5, 6, 7 figures worth of payouts to be able to leave your uninspiring 9 to 5 to do what it is you would love to do as a trader. The first rule is that you want to focus on your processes first and leverage second. I first started trading 9 years ago. For the first 2 years, all I focused on was my trading strategy. And by that point, I had a good trading strategy. I went off and picked up my first round of private investment. It was a $100,000 round of private investment. What I didn't realize was that all that extra capital was going to do, it was going to act like a magnifying glass. If I had good processes, it was going to enable me to make more money. If I had bad processes, it was going to mean I was going to lose a lot of money. And what that additional capital did was it highlighted very quickly my blind spots. And a big part of what I neglected early on in my trading journey was my psychology. I didn't know how to manage greater wins and greater losses, and I spiraled into revenge trading, trying to make profits back, over trading, all that type of stuff, over risking to try and make my losses back, a numerous amount of psychological issues. So my point here is that you need to focus on establishing the proper processes first, and then utilizing the prop firms around you. Firstly, you need to ensure that you have a profitable edge. You know how you're entering into the market and you know how you're exiting out the market, and you've got proper risk management. Never risking more than 1% of your total account size on each individual trade, plus some sort of drawdown protocol in place. So as you go deeper into drawdown, you scale your risk down to protect your psychology, to ensure you're sticking to your trading plan, and to ensure you never hit max drawdown or max daily loss. Secondly, you utilize my free Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool to manage your psychology before you get into trades so that you can stick to your edge. You want to ensure that your edge is outlined in a mechanical trading plan and checklist. So it's a step-by-step process. You come to the market and you execute. And with my Bulletproof Your Mindset tool helping you manage fear and greed so you can stick to that, that's a profitable, proven process to stick to. So once you have those processes in place, then you can take advantage of leverage. Because all the leverage is going to do, all the prop firm is going to do, all the funded account's going to do is it's going to leverage your processes. If your processes are proven and profitable, it's going to help you make more money. If your processes are not profitable and not proven, it's going to help you lose more money. Secondly, you want to realize that you're the asset. Don't be going off and minimizing yourself to more capital. Don't be going off and minimizing yourself to a prop firm thinking that they have something that you don't. The truth is, once you have proven processes, once you have an edge that makes you money consistently in the market, you're the asset. And people are going to be throwing money at you if that's true. If you truly have an edge, there's no shortage of money. So you want to flip the script in your mind and realize you're the asset. There's no need to minimize yourself to any form of capital, and have that confidence and back yourself and back your proven processes. But to develop yourself into the asset, it takes work. It takes loss. It takes back testing. It takes research and study. And it takes months, if not years, to develop yourself into that mature trader that's the asset. But once you're there, you're there. And you realize that there's no need to minimize myself to any money. You are the asset that money is going to flow to. Thirdly, when you go for your prop firms, you want to make sure you diversify. It was about 18 months ago when I got a message that I woke up to from one of my one-on-one traders, one of my clients, that said that overnight he's lost $600,000 max allocation in one of the prop firms that went under. A massive prop firm at the time. Nobody expected them to go under, but they did. And he lost all the capital he had because he wasn't diversified. He put all his eggs in the one basket, and that one prop firm that nobody thought would go under went under. So you need to make sure you diversify. If I was you, I would be picking 3 prop firms. And you want to go in there and you want to focus on getting max allocation with each of those. And you want to start with one, maybe one larger account, 100K account, or whatever it may be. Build that up, get a payout from that, and use that to invest into your next one with a different prop firm. And then do that again for your third prop firm. So now you're diversified across 3 different prop firms, and make sure they're all in separate regulatory environments, and then build those 3 up simultaneously. So if one of those companies go under, guess what? You lose 33% of your stack as opposed to your full stack. Diversifying is important for your psychology. It's important for your own anxieties and stresses to ensure that you keep them at bay. And it's important practically as you continue to scale and take on more and more capital. If something happens to one of those prop firms, you're not vulnerable. And when you implement these top 3 things, you realize that you're the asset and you don't need to chase any prop firm, and that you're using the prop firm as a tool as opposed to it using you as a tool, and you're using it wisely to leverage your skill. And then finally, I encourage each of you to take full advantage of prop firms. If you're judging them for some reason, work through that judgment and realize it's a great opportunity. It's a great tool to leverage to help you elevate your wealth. It's really an opportunity for traders. And I encourage traders to not use their own hard-earned capital and hard-earned money that they work a 9-to-5 job for, but start with a prop firm, leverage a prop firm, get payouts from a prop firm, use that to reinvest into prop firms, build up 3 max allocation accounts with 3 different prop firms, and then use your payouts to build up personal accounts, and then use your track record with your personal account and your prop firms to go off and leverage higher degrees of other people's money like private investment. It's such a great opportunity to build up your capital quickly, and it's such a great opportunity to get payouts to reinvest into your own trading, into your education, into whatever's important to you. But it's an opportunity that you want to be looking into and taking advantage of. Now, if you found this useful, make sure you like and subscribe. It keeps you up to date with all my videos.